East African, small North African, and a population of about 50 in Iran form the rest of it. But if you want to save cheetahs long term, you have to protect the Southern African population. It's the biggest, most sustainable population at the moment. Yes, that's one of the focus areas. It's Namibia, Botswana, South Africa, a few in Zimbabwe.
We actually went to Namiri Plains in Tanzania,
Yes.
which was pretty cool.
Amazing.
Yeah.
They were closed for many years to tourism.
Yeah, and the Maasai with these guys, immediately they start a kill. All the tourists then go into the area and they're disturbing so many kills, a lot of them are starving to death.
Really?
Because they don't get to make the kill, because as soon as the tourist vehicles all
That was
head
sort
for
of
the
shocking
kill.
about Tanzania. It's so,
Yeah.
like, so many people. Like, you were like saying, don't have anything loose. I mean, we would see people like using fans right in front of a lion, like just sticking them out of their vehicle. I'm like, what?
But the
Waste of energy for the feedback of a small little. You can tell which animals here are instinctive hunters and will go after the rodents, because there's no rodent holes in the enclosures. I.e. the jackal being the main ones.
Oh my God, these guys are so cute.
So they're weighing in right now between kilograms.
so they're
They're about 2/3 right now, and again 2 years old is maturity. Yeah.
about the size of a small German Shepherd now.
Yeah.
You want to radio Harry and ask him maybe to come fetch it?
Come and fetch another bone fast by enclosure.
If you guys want, we can.
But when you're not, my boy.
I know, that's what I was noticing. I've never seen them up on anything before.
They do leap on things that are low, that they can get
Termite
up onto,
mounds.
but he's just got zero balance.
Aww.
Oh,
She's brilliant at it because she comes up.
the retractable claws, right?
Correct.
They are semi-retractable. You can see them slightly out, but not fully out. And then they when they run, they move them fully out. They're there for traction.
Almost like a dog.
Yeah. They did, in fact, before genetics came along. They were.
I love how they're playing.
These cats will stay for 10 to 12 years.
Yeah,
Harry, could you
they're
bring
actually
the
so.
radio in fast without the bone and coffee, please?
Well, I don't know. The coffee could be had
So we were here 5 years ago.
at this facility.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
And then we also went to the one up outside of Cape Town.
No,
I mean outside of Johannesburg.
Pretoria, the Anne van Dyke, or
Pretoria.
Hoedspruit,
Yeah.
the Anne van Dyke. Yeah, that's where these three are from.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys work together, I guess?
Yes, we will raise cubs when requested to hand raise for them for whichever reason. Sometimes it's the one litter, the mother had a cesarean and couldn't look after the cubs. These guys, it was a litter of 5, so this is the mother and ensuring all cubs survived. We've raised 3 and 2 have stayed with the mother. And then sometimes it was, cub was a single cub, mother wasn't looking after it. There's various reasons why we will be requested. All the cats that will be hand raised by us all go into very similar programs to us, where they'll have a very strong relationship with people and with handlers, and often be doing encounters as well.
So you have
The
any,
third one's along the far fence watching the play.
Oh wow.
As they're getting older, they're getting much more independent and tend to separate out a bit. He's going to stalk his brother now and chase him. If you want to move a little bit that way to where the show making is, okay.
so what is that rare one? Is it the king
Cheetah.
cheetah?
Yeah, so it's a genetic mutation,
And there it is.
and it's a recessive gene.
It doesn't have a large population of bigger predators. The bigger predators tend to. Is that bestie over there?
But how do they know that
They're so beautiful.
these guys are evil?
Any predator, they'll go and protect against any predator, two-legged kind.
Okay.
So what you have to do when you place a puppy with the herd is make sure the farmer and the herder, anyone who needs to work with that herd, spends enough time with the herd while the puppy's bonding with the herd, so that the puppy won't protect the herd against them. We've had some farmers who are what they call weekend farmers come in every now and again, and the puppy will actually won't allow them
We've
to
had
get
friends who raise kittens and dogs, and they get along fine.
Yeah, look, it's yeah. No, then there will be friends. Very bad biliary. So if he'd stayed on the farm, he would have died. So we got him from CCF as an ambassador for our program. Took him a week to figure out they weren't threats anymore. And that pandas were going in, fussing and cuddling the cat, no problem. He stopped barking at the
You know, it was interesting. I was watching her. I knew she was going to.
just suddenly jump unsuspecting.
I knew she was.
And that's why we don't allow you to crouch. And we don't have the fur covering to protect ourselves.
Yeah, we were surprised. I felt the fur. It wasn't soft and
Very coarse.
Yeah.
They're obviously softer than they would be in the wild.
Yeah.
Wild cheetahs would have even coarser fur. There's always a reason why even a wild animal would attack a person.
Oh, look at this. I'm just calling.
So if there was a small gazelle,
They're like, it's not pain anymore. Do something about it. You know, they just. We've had one or two cats, mostly females, who you'll come into a half dead and convert. Females don't just breed with anyone. If we move away from the fence line, so you can move on down, and then we.
And then Massive is Jean's sister, who you
Right.
just met. Yeah.
Jean's brother.
Brother.
Sorry, brother. So that's the male. So the jackals don't trust easily. So Debbie's known the two jackals pretty much her entire time. Starting to go back a little bit.
it's amazing. we just petted his sister, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Look how big he is.
Huge dog. And he was placed on a farm. He was a working dog. Wasn't relocated. And he wasn't able to travel with the herd. So he came here when that happened. This scenario has happened before where the jackals were switched at a time where the cubs were in this large enclosure because they're not normally inside here. But they do have their favorite toy out now, which is that whip and
Perfect.
Oh. Bottles more.
2 out of 3 on the way. I knew I wanted to volunteer or intern because getting a job or a work permit is really tricky,
Yeah.
being from overseas, which is unfortunate. But the training you get is once you start. Definitely, yeah, for really whatever you want to do. There's a lot of different elements you've got to focus. We've had people come do video projects, people do research get involved. There's the cool rock that probably counts as like a rudder on a boat. Almost.
Maybe.
They fool me all the time.
So they spend the majority of the it's kind of a unique, special experience because they're not always in an enclosure with that much space. Bonga, are you still feeding and moving cats around, or is it okay to walk the guests out around quickly?
Yeah, let's just wait for Bianca.
There they go.
Can you just stand there with him for a second?
Keep one.
Look. Come on, you've got a bowl.
Kelly the pig.
Breaking area, sir. Watering can.
And we have the same dog bowl. Oh, look at him.
This is Baggins.
Ooh.
Are you done
So
already?
the male-female pair. Normally servals are solitary. Actually, almost all cat species are solitary. Cheetahs and lions are exceptions. So these guys, they'll hang out in different parts of the enclosure, but they're fine being together. This is the male. The female's a little bit smaller.
Cheetahs, so and this also helps them climb trees as successful. If you look at the leopard's body structure, especially their front.
So I know you guys were introduced them already. I'm not sure what the people of the Special Cheetah Experience told you about them. You probably know more than what I do at this point.
So obviously there's lots of information, but we didn't get any strokes in there. So
Okay.
we'll try and do that, or it'd also be nice to take them up and see the two on the platform.
So would you like us to go?
Yeah, maybe at
and-
first, and we'll just keep away some strokes and then come back.
Okay. So you're just gonna kind of,
Yeah, you can start with some strokes here.
okay.
Do you want me
So
to
I'm just
first?
gonna go up and just demonstrate if you don't mind.
Okay, no problem.
So when I call you up, you'll come up, bend down, one knee up, one knee down. Nice firm flat hand just on his back and sides. If you want to-
I can take a camera if you like.
Over here, you guys are more than welcome to take pictures. It is always nice to get them nice elevated. You can get some beautiful shots of their faces.
He is looking at your camera, so maybe hold it on your person.
Hi, sweetie. Yeah, shit, Mitchell.
If you guys
Put it
have
down.
any questions, I'm not sure what all they told you, so I don't want to give you guys the same information.
So, did you say that the mom passed away?
No,
No.
she's still busy raising two of the cubs at Point and Van Dyke at the vault where you guys were there behind
Right.
Dam. So she's still busy raising two cubs.
So the procedure when, or specifically speaking about Ant and Dyke, is when a litter of captive-born cheetahs is born. Then, for example, these guys are actually originally a litter of 5, and we know that all 5 cubs then will make it to adulthood.
But still, none of their cubs will be released.
No. If anything, the cubs that are left with the mother could do what these soft releases, you guys can see especially.
And then the girl is in the back.
Have you been told the meanings of the names in Swahili?
No.
Beshti is like bestie, so best friend.
Oh.
Kibwe over there means blessing, and Kiara means little light.
Oh,
Swahili.
really? I like that.
So there's a bit of a theme. His behavior is just very.
Would you like your camera back?
Sure.
Cats.
You can hear him purring. So cheetahs are one of the 3 big cats around the world that have what's known as a true purr. So they purr on the inhale as well as the exhale. So the other 2 are the puma and the snow leopard. But the trade-off, however, for having a true purr is they can't roar.
Yeah, we heard sort of squeak. Like
Yeah, it's very comical, especially like when we have our big adult cheetahs.
Yeah, I can't even see it.
Their muscles are supercharged, so they don't need to warm up before they can run. They can just get up and go when they spot a predator.
She actually started it. She always does that. She starts to play and then she leaves me alone now.
So that is a growl. You can hear the difference between like the soothing sounds of the purr and then the growl is very much not.
It's a bit more gravelly.
Yeah.
So she was growling at him.
Yeah, she was like, I'm not enjoying this, please stop.
Who can pull it?
And they're done. That was the extent of their wrestling match.
It's amazing how their behavior is so similar to house cats.
It is. But
Oh my
it's like little
goodness.
things that are completely different. Like for example, their cheetah's tail language is completely different.